Yo, what's good, mi gente? Welcome to the Apologetic Knock. What's going on, my brothers?
What up? What up? What up? Morning, top of the morning.
What's popping? What's popping, guys?
What's good, everybody? So, we band of brothers here. We got together to start this podcast. We're gonna pretty much let everybody know where we're coming from, the reason for this cast. But first, I'm not doing my brothers any justice. I'm gonna introduce my boys here. And I'm gonna introduce it like fucking boxing or USC style right here. So first, representing the entire island of Hispaniola, we got the Haitian sensation, the Dominican dandy, the dimple face killer, Mr.
Sac
Ramses. What is going on, my brother?
chilling, man. Sac pase to everybody. Dímelo, mi gente. Aquí estamos, presente.
There you go. My man got the whole island of Hispaniola covered. The next brother right here, he only got half the island. The Dominican Denzel. Dímelo, Pedro.
What's up? What's up? Man, excited, happy to be doing this with you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And me, again, another Dominicano up in here. I'm the pseudo producer of this podcast, the yay of the cast. Since I am Dominicano, we could just call me C. I am the C of the podcast. So, my brothers, here we are, the Apologetic Knock. Uh, One thing I get a lot from people is, "Oh, it's cool, you guys are starting a podcast. Where'd you get that name from? What's the Apologetic Knock? Why don't we share with everybody how do we get the name?"
Pedro,
Well, I
break it
mean,
down.
Rams is pretty much is pretty much the reason for it.
Cool, Mister
Back in the day,
Mister
huh?
Johnny Come Lately.
Oh, Mr. Always on time. Uh,
Always there when you call.
oh my God, man. So getting into the time machine, going back to them high school days out in Flushing.
We
We had
talking
this.
what, 98,
I
97,
want to
98
say
around there?
no, that was
97.
97, right?
For you young
Definitely
cats
97.
out there,
Yeah.
this was before you were swimming your daddy's nuts.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
This is the early
doing laps.
1900s, how you call it, or the late 1900s, whatever you guys say.
So we had what was it? English? Yeah. So we had an English class, first class of the day, and
8
this
a.m.
dude was
sharp, boys.
8 a.m. sharp, and this dude had a rule. This dude shut that door as soon as that last bell rang. That late bell, once he shut that door, that's it. Ain't no sneaking in, ain't nothing. So this cat was I want to say he's communist, right? I mean that's pretty
Oh,
much
for sure.
socialist, communist,
We'll go socialist. We could go
He was a
socialist.
socialist.
socialist. But just to give the people out there a visual, if Bob Vila and Fidel Castro had a love
Yeah,
child,
that's right.
it'll be this man right here.
Oh my God, man, this dude ruled with an iron fist, man. This dude was super straight.
The
So
king of
I
Levi's, Levi
oh
jeans, and
no,
Yeah, he ran
Levi
a tight ship. The only
501s.
the only thing tighter than the ship he ran was his jeans.
Oh, super tight. He did have the spray on jeans for real. He had the jeans in the can.
My man used to spray paint those joints on every day, boy.
So it's funny, man, because this shit I don't it just stuck with us, man, for all these years. So this dude shuts the door, late bell, shuts the door. We all in there, except for one,
Oh yeah. Who was that
Mr.
one,
Ramsey.
Ramses?
Mr. Ramsey. So I want to say what, like 5 minutes later, right? 5 minutes
Well,
later, what you hear?
he got in probably like 8:05, but to Mr.
Like
Perez,
8:05.
if you're not there at 7:59, you're late.
You late. So what do we hear? I mean, it's dead quiet. We getting the stuff together, right? Remember that class used to be, I'm talking about silent. Like ain't nobody say a word. It was only his voice. So he's getting stuff together, whatever it was book that we was gonna read that day. And what do we hear? I thought it was the cops. I thought it was the police outside.
My man
Because
knocked on that door like it was a raid, bro.
oh my God, I thought he was gonna serve a warrant.
it was just a regular knock. It was a knock. I'm heavy
Nah,
handed.
my brother,
Yo,
you straight up knocked that door down. Get out. Don't.
it, so
Little
here
heavy
comes
handed.
here comes Perez and opens the door. This dude's fuming, right? This dude's fuming. Ahí entra Ramses. Ahí entra Ramses. Bah, beelines to his chair.
So
Perez is
soaking
eyeing
wet,
him.
by the way. It was raining that day.
It was raining. Dude was just eyeballing this dude. The entire walk. I want to say your entire walk, this dude was just, I mean, I'm talking about sniper. Like he was watching your
Locked in.
entire, he was watching your entire stroll to your chair,
Locked in, bro.
locked in, bro. Este tigre. This dude started his rant.
No,
Blah,
but
blah, blah.
actually, the beauty was of that is he kept the glare going, and he didn't go into the rant immediately. He tried to start his lesson,
He tried. It
and
was bothering him. It was eating him inside.
it was eating him, man. Though that beard was flaring, the jeans were getting
Yeah.
tighter. He was smoldering, bro. He was giving you that smoldering look, Ramses.
Yeah, he couldn't
So-
take it. He couldn't take it. I
So
felt
he,
it.
so in his rant, he said something that just stuck with us, man. Ever since '97, it just stuck because it was so outrageous and hilarious at that moment. Because it's more so the visual too, right? It was the visual that he was. The dude actually said, Ramses, aside from him saying, "How dare you, come in late and disrupt the class and all this and that," he turned around and said, "You should have had an apologetic knock and slid. You should have slid under the."
I was a
I'm
big
like, wait a
boy,
minute,
man. I
yo.
can't slide.
That's what I'm saying. We not kidding. We ain't in kindergarten. This ain't. No one here's a little kid. This dude actually said, "Yo, this dude, you should have, you should have slid under the door and
You
not
should have
apologetically." That's I want to say it was the first time. I mean, first time I think I ever heard that phrase.
first
At
and
that
only,
time is
man.
what I'm saying. At that time,
I had to act like a mouse. He didn't want to see me, hear me.
you would have had to like transformed into like a loose leaf sheet of paper and just like just blown in through the bottom of the bottom of the
like
door.
when you get the Chinese food takeout stuff under your door.
Just kind of slide it under the menu.
And the beauty about that is throughout the entire lecture that day, any point he needed to make, my man was punching the blackboard. So it was like, this book is about manhood, and I'm talking right hooks to the blackboard. He was giving that blackboard the business, kid. He was just if
So
my man had a dartboard that day, he would have put Ramses' face on that dartboard.
Oh, he would have. No, I think no. It was straight hatred for this kid. Hatred for this kid from that point on. But I mean, needless to say,
and for all the folks in the New York City area, Ramses, wasn't it that damn 7 train? Was that the reason for the lateness?
Of course it was. Of course it was. Always late.
Infamous. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you come in all the way from 6 stops away. You worrying about everybody else, but even though the morning was always smooth because nobody was ever going into Flushing at that time. So
yeah,
but definitely the 7 train was the culprit there, especially during it's raining and everything. Forget about it. That's when Flushing Main Street just looks like another world.
No excuse, man.
And
no
my
excuse.
people out there, normally when people tell a story about a high school teacher or a college professor, it's so inspiring the way he helped them. I mean, we got the apologetic knock. We got the podcast name because of that comment, but he ain't
Thank
it,
you,
boys.
Mr. Perez.
Thank you for that. But you weren't exactly Mr. Beldine or Mr. Field,
No.
Mr. Feeney. You were a dickhead, bro. You were a real dickhead. He's like one of them guys that I think, for example, like Michael Jordan, he had a teacher in high school was like, basketball, yo, man, you should really join the Air Force, secure yourself a job. He was like one of them dudes. Like, my man was a dream crusher, bro.
Yeah, like screw your dreams.
No, there was no inspiration coming out of him. I mean,
Get in the train and get out of here.
He inspired the name. That's pretty much it. But
and that's it. Well, I think he
podcast.
inspired a generation of these youngsters wearing tight ass jeans. he might have inspired that as well.
He was the first one. So when we all got together, man, when we all obviously got together to make this happen, we're here thinking about names, and it just popped in my head, man. I was like, yo, obviously with everything going on today, overly apologetic. Everyone's kind of like scared to say what they really think and stuff like that. I was like, yo, apologetic knock, man. Ramses, you got to slide under the door, man. But we are not being apologetic, obviously, but just to kind of play on words of the opposite that we would be doing.
Exactly, man. This is definitely a pun. Like, right now, and especially us men, man, men in general themselves. There's so much going on. I mean, rightfully so. You had the Me Too movement, other things that, um, and just a whole bunch of fucked up things where people spoke a certain way and acted a certain way. So now we're in a situation that people are scared to talk at all. You know, you got cancel culture and things like that. But listen, man, we're not apologizing for shit. We're gonna say what's on our mind. We're gonna say what's going on because there's
Right.
plenty of shit going on. And
Yeah.
one
No,
thing
yeah.
people one thing people like to always tell me is what exactly is the podcast about? And I tell them, look, to generalize it, it's just a society thing at the end of the day, and it's everyday shit. I know particular podcasts are DIYs or about sports or about this or about that. Listen, are you about one thing? I'll ask you that. Anybody out there listening? No, you have many interests. You got a lot going on.
A
And it's the
lot of
same thing
hats.
with
We
us.
wear a lot of hats.
Exactly. Well, I'm the only one not wearing the hat. I got a fresh cut, man, with the part. I'm showing my shit off. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
of course. You got to. You got to. You gotta be
May-
fly with it.
maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll rock the cap. But yeah, fellas. So here we are, and the first topic we're going to get into is touchy, man. It's touchy, especially as Latinos, especially as men. There's a huge influx of situation going on, and my brother Pedro's all the way out in Cali, and this situation just stretches across the country. And we're talking borders, we're talking migrants, illegal immigration, all of that. And as second, third generation Latinos in this country, I mean, it's dicey. If you see something that you consider to be fucked up, or listen, man, this ain't right, people look at you like, damn, you're going against your own people. But at the end of the
Right.
day, it's not even about that, because for me, I'm gonna tell you, it's not about the blue team. It's not about the red team. It's about my family. I'm gonna take care of me and mine first. So we have a situation going on locally. We're definitely going to touch base nationally because we got my brother all the way out on the West Coast, and he's going to give us his take on things. And by the way, I'm new at this producing things, so you guys are watching. There's going to be a day and time I'm going to master this, and I'm going to get some sort of counter. And we're going to count every time my brother Pedro on the West Coast licks his lips or changes his stance or plays with his beard. So we're gonna have that little count. Everybody, right? There you
Yo,
go.
hold on a
See,
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Am I a
Leslie
statue?
loves Pedro.
oh,
Am I a statue? Am I a statue? Do you just want me just to sit here and not even move? You know how uncomfortable it is just to sit
listen,
there and
man.
not move at all? I gotta move, man. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta move
Listen,
around.
Denzel. If you were a statue, we have to bring Michelangelo back to get you right, brother.
Yeah. Bájale.
So yeah, man. So we got a crazy situation going on. It's a large influx of people, and I mean, let's face it, man. We know what this country's famous for: Statue of Liberty. I don't remember the phrase right now. Give us you're poor, you're tired, you're
You're
hungry.
hungry.
I don't fucking know. History class was a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm with all that, and uh, because of that reputation of this country, hey, we're here now and we're doing this podcast. But it's getting to a point where everyone that's here now is missing out because there's only so many amount of resources to go around, programs, jobs, things of that nature. So at some point this thing has to be controlled. So right now, if you're from the Queens, New York area, there's a situation going on where my man Ramses has really taken a huge role as a social activist. And Ramses, you actually led a march last Sunday, correct?
That is right. It was a quality of life march. We had a lot of issues pending in this area, and and it's just running rampant. I'm gonna keep it a buck with everybody. When you come outside and you're just trying to go to work, you're trying to get to the train, you don't need a million vendors selling you whatever the case may, whatever it is that they have. You don't need it just lined up on the sidewalk and you just trying to get to work and you have all this impeding your way. You don't need to try to go to the supermarket with your daughter or your son, and some a woman just comes up to you that's standing in front of a massage parlor and says, Do you want a special massage? Come inside. These are things that are just deteriorating our neighborhoods, our community, and it got to a point where I was just like, all right, it's a wrap. That's it. No more of this staying quiet, or just this is somebody else's problem. But guess what? It's my problem. This is my neighborhood. I've lived here my whole life. I'm not going to give up on it. I don't want to leave. I shouldn't have to leave. I shouldn't be forced out. People will say, oh, level up, go somewhere else. Nah, I don't want to. This is my neighborhood. This is what I know. I know every nook, every cranny, every corner. I know every park. So, I'm even like a historic buff when it comes to, we had George Washington, and his slave teeth talking at one of our churches over here. We have bodies from the Revolutionary War that are buried in the yard of one of the famous churches that are located right here on Corona Avenue. So there's no reason that I should have to leave. I'm proud of my area. I love it here, and definitely that march set something in stone, for the people of this area. That the actual residents here are tired of lawlessness. We're tired of violent crimes. We're tired of prostitution. We're tired of people that are just doing as they please. We don't need 6-foot grills of people selling a side of ribs under the 7 tray. I mean, we don't need it. We don't need that kind of. We don't need a big pot of oil. Just boiling. Cooking fried chicken and French fries under the train. It's unnecessary. We don't need prostitutes to have brothels every two per block. I mean, it's insane. A beautiful thing that happened yesterday because of the noise that we made on that day. Some of these brothels were closed down yesterday.
Oh, that's great
Community
news.
affairs, the police captain, and they all joined forces together, and they heard that the noise that we were making. They heard about the protests. We've been going to community board meetings, and they understood. And here it is, to where we got at least 2 or 3 closed yesterday. I mean, I wasn't there, so I'm getting all this from the news, and from people that were in the area letting me know. So, that's a small victory that's going to continue, because we're gonna domino effect that. We have to keep the foot on the gas. We have to keep pushing forward, because it's just unnecessary to have this around our families, around the elderly. People need to live freely, comfortably, and have a sense of pride of their home and their community. They want to be able to go outside and take a walk without having to be like, what? I think I need to go all the way to Astoria just so I could take a walk, or I should go all the way to Flushing Meadow Park, of which you could only find maybe a small area now that you would want to walk around in there and,
Yeah,
and, and
if
enjoy.
anyone's not familiar with the area, it's very congested at this point. And Ramses, we're gonna definitely going to touch base more on what's going on with you locally. Pedro, you are across the country, three
Yeah.
thousand miles away. Uh, the irony is that I mean, California is really fucking Mexico. Let's keep it real, because
Yeah, it is.
New Mexico, Arizona, the whole area.
Yeah.
Uh, learn your history, ladies and gentlemen. Learn your history, kids. But Pedro, what's going on over there? Because for those that are listening in this area, it dominates the news. The buses are constantly coming here with migrants from Texas and other states. What's going on in California? Is there also the same thing? Like, are they pretty much shipping people off in buses, or is the California off political offices handling things a lot differently?
Well, from my understanding at this point, yes. I mean, that stuff is affecting. It's being places are being affected nationally, right? Here in Cali, they hit the borders. They hit the borders hard but the thing is that it's not as congested, obviously, as New York, right? So you see it in New York, you see it in front of you here because the landscape is a lot different. There's a lot of open space, So a lot of them, they're having kind of like camps and stuff like that, which is kind of outside of the city limits, closer to the borders where there's more like desert, more like just um, open land. So as far as like the migrants and stuff like that, we don't really see it as much as you guys do. The number one thing going on here is the homelessness. I'm sure you guys hear that on the news as well. Cali has had, I mean, we have a huge problem out here with it. They're trying their best to remedy the situation. I don't see how. Uh, they just started kind of taking these encampments that the homeless are like making, and they're tearing them down, but they're just moving to another location, right?
It's all a front.
So
It's
it's
just
pretty
like
much all the front.
you move
It's pretty
somebody
much all
and
the
then
front.
they either go to another borough or just a
Right,
few blocks away and they set
Yeah,
up
it
their
becomes the next area and the next neighborhood's problem,
yeah.
basically.
but
Yep.
to Ramses's point, I mean, when you start going out, for example, if you want to have a night out with your family over here, you go to downtown San Diego, and you're gonna have to deal with that. You have outdoor patio seating at a lot of these restaurants, and you're gonna have to see homeless people staring at you eating. You know what I'm saying? They're just standing there, or they're camped out in front of it. So it's not as visually appealing anymore. It's not safe to really walk around to just kind of have a night out with your family, your girl, whatever, just to kind of be out and about. You're having to deal with it. So it's stopping a lot of people from going out. It's stopping me. It's stopping me to really go down there anymore. And it shouldn't, right? Because
Right.
it's a nice town. It's there's a bunch of stuff to do down there. Just like in New York. I was out there last month, and man, I saw it. I saw it. I mean, it's definitely more congested out there. So everyone's on top of each other. So you cannot not see it, right? But it was crazy to me how it's like the influx, man. It's like crowded. Like the
So what's
sidewalks are
crazy is
crowded.
how you're able to see that and we have politicians here that see it daily that
Right,
are in front of it and choose to ignore it or
right,
choose to support, oh, we welcome you here. This is the land of opportunity, right? Gold and honey.
right, right,
Come on, you know, you
So
have to bring yourself to a situation where you say, you know what, all right, I'm here. I should be proud. Finally made it to New York. The only way I've seen New York is in movies and on my phone, and now I'm actually here. Where's
right,
that pride that you should come with, and be like, you know what? I'm finally made it. I made it here. Let me bust my ass. Let me do things correctly, and let me make a mark of myself
right,
here in New York. But no, all we get is just trash, right? Everybody just wants to do their own thing, be negligent to anything, and just throw things around. And we're just supposed to just stay quiet and accept it. Okay, come on in, you got to come
well,
here, but you got to come here ready to work. You got to come here ready to do your bit. Do what you're supposed to do. All right.
one
We're
thing
not going
well,
to
every,
baby you. We can't have people holding your hand, and we can't have
well,
politicians, shedding, turning a blind eye.
everyone has to contribute, right? Everyone has to have a skin in the game. That's why this thing, what we're doing even now, I mean, it's a beautiful thing because look, we're all in our early 40s. I've just realized that I'm a grown ass man. Like I actually like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I put my age down and like whatever applications or whatever it's, I like have this like moment of like, God damn, I'm gonna be 42.
dude,
It's like
I'm about a year or two away from buying a motorcycle or convertible, man. We
oh
we hitting
no
that
no no, the
midlife,
Midlife
midlife,
bro.
crisis.
no, the midlife is on
Yeah.
its way. No no, the midlife is on. It's definitely. I'm telling my daughter, I say, yo, you better save some money for that, for to finish college because I think I'm gonna get like a sports car, something like that.
And the way the
At this
economy
point,
is, that 401k is taking a dip, boys.
oh,
That
it's taking a
401
dip. But my
is
point
taking a
is,
Major.
dip.
like
Buy the dip though. Buy the dip.
we're getting to a point, right? We're at an age that we are looking at this, and we want to make a change. Ramses, big ups to you, man. That's inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
and
have
for
this passion.
those, I mean, we're
Yeah, go
sorry,
ahead.
P. I didn't mean to cut you off. We're going to be available on many different platforms. However, you're watching this cast, or even if you're listening to it, for those that have the audio, um, we're actually, as Ramses was talking earlier, I was sharing pictures of the rally that Ramses was talking about. And one thing we really want to focus on is since Pedro, thank you for touching base and telling the world how fucking old we are. Really appreciate it. But uh, in terms of that, there was something that we always touch base on, and let's not get it twisted, audience. Whoever's listening to this, listen. We're not on Team Red. We're not on Team Blue. Fuck all that. We're on Team Frias, Ovando, Tolentino. You know what I'm saying? We're about our families and doing what's right for them. So, with that being said, we've come to a point in time where even something as simple as governing has this gang like mentality. Like, if you're Team Blue, you just have to accept everything. Immigration is a certain way. That's what it is.
Mm.
If you're Team Red, fuck them, put up the walls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
where's the middle ground? Why can't we agree to disagree? And the reason why I'm bringing up this point, for everybody at home, Ramses, once again, I'm going to share something with the audience because New York, if you're from the New York area, we have a Democratic mayor. Well, we think he's a Democrat. We don't know what the fuck he is, Eric Adams, who has flip-flopped constantly on the migrant situation. 1 minute, oh, they're the beacon. They're what makes New York. They're what builds this country. The next minute, oh, this crisis is going to destroy New York. Dude, pick a side. Or if not, here's my suggestion. Whether you're from Cali or Texas or New York, wherever the fuck you are, just come up with a solution, people. Come up with an answer, because the ones that are getting squeezed out, it's all of us, man. If any of you are fans of the movie The Bronx Tale, Sonny was right. The
The
working
working
man
man's a
is
sucker.
a sucker, man. We're losing resources. We're paying taxes out the yin yang. And the reason why I brought that up, because my man Ramses, again, big ups to you. You're trying to make change. You're getting people are going against you for wanting
Yeah.
clean streets and no prostitution and no
Yeah.
crime, believe it or not. So somebody stepped up to help you, and they
Mhm.
were actually quote unquote on the red team. Again, I don't go with this team bullshit, but I'm just gonna share with my people right away. And who's this brother right here, Ramses, that the people see on the screen?
Yeah, that's me with Curtis Lewa and his number two there, Arnaldo Salinas. Uh,
Get that
two
pronunciation
two
right, boys.
two cool dudes, man. I'm not even gonna front, man. These dudes kept it 100 with me, and they've been doing, what they've been doing for since like the late '70s, and holding it down when things were crazy out here. Sliwa's been probably stabbed, shot a couple times, and
And still kept
all
the beret on. Still
and still
kept the
kept the
fucking
beret
beret
on. The thing doesn't move. He's
I think
it
it's glued
definitely
on,
he
right?
definitely has an Adabisi kind of flow to it. But no, really cool dudes, man. Real down to earth New Yorkers right here. They want what I want, or they see a little bit of what they want in me. It's basically what New Yorkers really want. We want our pride. We want our cleanliness. We want to be that at the pinnacle. New York has always been number one in everything. We're supposed to be, the the city that everybody looks to. Is like, how's it? If it's popping in New York, it's gonna be popping everywhere else, and that's across the whole world. So for us to look or have any type of resemblance to a third world country where it's underdeveloped, or where things are dilapidated, or things are just deteriorating and moving rapidly,
My man
there's
whipped out the
no reason.
thesaurus for this
Let's
podcast,
go.
boy.
Let's go. We out here. Yo, Flushing High School.
My
You
man
did a
got the
number on
Mr.
me.
Perez. He that English teacher worked out, man. My
He
man got the
worked out.
thesaurus ready.
Yeah, and also reading Animal Farm, him introducing us to that book, Animal Farm. And maybe that's where I'm getting my fight from.
But Ramses, you make the point about New York, and it's not just New York, it's about this country, because Pedro's all the way in the West Coast, and he knows, man, it's a sense of pride. Even
Yeah,
Cali got their pride, Texas got their pride, Florida got their
Course,
pride. I mean, of
yeah.
course.
course, Pedro's pride is SoCal, so they're more chill with their pride, and they're
They're
licking their lips,
cool,
and
man.
like
Hang
Dominican
10, we'll get
Denzel
closer to
style, you know what I
tomorrow,
mean?
man. It's nothing. We're just go hang loose, you
What's
know.
the problem? It's like that's all I'm trying to answer. I'm
Even
trying
the
to ask, like,
retort.
what is the issue? You
What's
know,
the
what's
problem?
the problem? What is the
So,
problem?
folks out there, like, let's get one thing straight, man. Like, again, people see that and right away, oh, Ramses, you fucking with him. Nah, man, listen, it ain't about, again, red team, blue team. It's about the right thing, man. Let's
And when we
let's
say
get a
red team, blue
solution.
team, you know, it's Republican and Democrat. It's not blood Crips out here, you know.
Oh yeah, my bad,
It's
Pedro. That red blue might be
You
different
gotta
for you
make
out
it.
there.
yeah,
It's way
yeah. We
different
gotta
over
make
here,
sure
man. That's
we're
why I'm
clear
at.
with it. The Republicans and Democrats, reps and
Yeah.
dems.
Yeah, man. So on the real people, let's just come up with a solution, man. It's and this isn't definitely not anti-immigration. I mean, come on, like fuck, look
No,
at us. If you're watching this, there's some beautiful brown skinned brothers right here. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir. Yes,
And
sir. I'm a little light skinned, but you know, comes with the territory.
there it is, there it is. But you know what I mean? Like, we're proud of our heritage. There you go. We're proud of our heritage. We're proud of who we are. We're proud of this country, man. We're also proud to be fucking Americans, New Yorkers, from Cali, from anywhere you are. So it's just a matter of decency, folks. Let's run things the proper way. And government officials, nothing is gonna get done if you motherfuckers keep going against each other. Let's
For
get
real.
answers. Figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? And
Find a common ground. I mean, it can't be that difficult that you guys are so against each other you can't find a middle.
yeah,
Like, what do you
because
guys need over there? I mean,
at the at the
let's
end of the
go.
day, the masses, the sheep, they're the fools because you have all these people like, nah, I'm gonna support this party, I'm gonna support that party. Meanwhile, it ain't a party because nobody's doing shit for you.
Hmm.
The economy shit, infrastructure is shit. I mean, we got to get it together, people. At the end of the day, and again, Pedro, we're going to segue into this next topic. Oh, and before we do that, the apologetic knock on Instagram. Ramses, great job putting up videos and images of the rallies. I'm sure whoever's watching saw a couple of pictures of what went on. We're going to
Yeah.
continue to post there. You could also, we're going to tag Ramses on the page. If you're interested in the cause to help the brother out, please help my brother out. Take care of your neighborhoods. Ramses will listen to anybody,
Yes, yes,
anybody's,
indeed. Hit
any
me up.
issue
Hit
you
me up.
have. Exactly.
We're on the Apologetic Knock Instagram page. We'll definitely be growing our social media also. But for now, you can definitely reach out to me there. And you'll be Ivan also as well, Big Evo. He's definitely on
He
there. We're
dropped the
trying to
government, folks. He dropped the government on him. There you go.
we're trying to get our boy over here. He's living he's living off the grid, so to speak, when it comes to social media. We'll see if we can
Ooh.
get him locked in.
Yeah,
But yeah,
my
definitely hit
man
us
right
up.
here, he's the Michael Jordan, man. He's found a way to avoid social media. Big ups to you, man. My man has stayed away from social media. But I'm glad, dude, that he has because my man, the internet would have crashed if this motherfucker would have joined, man. Just one
Maury
I was in there.
Denzelian
Chestnut,
pick.
baby.
I was in there for a hot minute. I was in there for like a hot second.
Yeah, but there were no Denzelian picks. There you go. He just licked the lips again. There you go, ladies
They
and
got a little
gentlemen.
chat. They got a little chat. They got a little chat. That's all. That's all.
but
It got a little dry.
But Pete, man, you did a great job segueing. So what we're gonna segue into now is, yeah, man, we're fucking grown-ups. Here we are, 2023, also segueing with the whole social media thing. We're
Mm.
all in different stages of fatherhood. I am dealing with a toddler, and oh man, people, if you're listening, pray for me. This little girl is a
Oh yeah.
handful. She got that Boricua Dominicano blood. You know, my daughter, when you were in science class and they told you, hey, don't mix those two chemicals, you're gonna have an explosion. That's my little girl. I love her to death. She's amazing. She's the light of my life. But man, but we'll get into that in a second. So
Yeah.
that's my stage of fatherhood. Ramses has an interesting state of fatherhood as well because he has a daughter and a son, both in high school. So we're gonna
Yep.
dive into his experience,
Ouch.
but we're gonna first start with my man El Viejo aquí, Mr. Empty Nester. He his daughter is off to college. Big ups to his daughter. We're not gonna
Sophomore.
say her
Sophomore
name.
in college. No,
Sophomore
no.
college. We're not gonna say
Sophomore in
her name.
college.
We're gonna definitely keep that private. But big ups to your little girl, quotation marks in the air.
Mm,
What's it like, man, now seeing a young, beautiful, intelligent girl that you raised? Big ups to you for that.
thank you, thank you,
If many people don't know
thank you.
P's background, P is from Queens, and my man, let's just say, there was a little situation where his daughter was born
There
in
you go.
Cali,
Thank you.
and he
Hmm.
did the ultimate sacrifice, man. He said, "Listen, this is my home, love my fam, love my people, but fatherhood is my number one
There you
priority."
go. Dad life, baby. Dad
And man,
life.
he went across the country, changed his whole life for his little girl, and now she's out the house, man. What's it like, man, being an empty nester, bro?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. It is real. I didn't know. I heard of it. I was like, man, are you serious? You're not gonna. As soon as they out the house, I'm lit. Blah blah blah. Bro. I'm out here. I mean, you hear the echoes. I'm over here trying to find. I'm trying to find hobbies, man. I'm like, yo. I'm like the what you would call it, like the estranged like boyfriend. I'm hitting her up. I'm like, yo, so what's up? Where you at, man? You want to come over for dinner? You want to hang out? Because I'm gonna tell you something, and thank you, Evil, for saying all that. Listen, man, I just did what everyone had, what every man is supposed to do, man.
Should do. That's right,
You know
fellas.
what I'm saying? That's nothing to don't need no pat in the back and nothing like that. That's exactly what every man that has a child
I
should
mean,
do.
the unfortunate thing is, I did have to say that, man, because there's a lot of
No,
brothers
because
not
a lot of
pulling their
suckers
weight,
out there.
man. A lot of
Absolutely,
brothers ain't pulling their weight, and
Yep.
absolutely.
and
And we grew
unfortunately,
up knowing that. We grew up knowing
yeah,
that.
for sure, for
Everybody
Yeah,
sure.
had
yeah,
those stories about their pops, or pops that's not there, and
absolutely.
which kind of put us in our place to be like, well, let's be there for our kids.
And
And I'm gonna tell
fellas,
you
man,
what.
I'm not taking a dump on you either. There's a lot of ladies don't pull their fucking weight either. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
oh yeah,
And
oh yeah.
being a parent it should just be second nature. Like, if you're gonna bring somebody into this world, do the fucking right thing, man. So P, my bad, man. Go ahead, my brother.
No, no, no. That's all good stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you what. For the past like 18 years, right? My whole life consisted of making sure she's good, scheduling, pickups, drop-offs. If you were to ask me what I'm doing on Saturday, I'm checking my calendar. Oh, do I have it that weekend? Do I not have it that weekend? You feel me? So being spontaneous, that's foreign to me. I don't know what that is. So now I'm at a point now where she's off to college. She's dorming up there. She's not that far. She's about an hour, hour and a half away. So now she's dorming up there, right? So she's out the house. I find myself like a man without a country. I'm over here like I have no clue pretty much about myself. Yeah. Like my whole identity was like being a dad, being a dad, being a parent, boom, 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 moving around. What do you need? What do you need? This thing, that thing. And now I'm left alone and I'm just like, yo, now what? It's like feeling of now what? And I've had so many friends that have had, their kids go to college and move out or whatnot. And they always told me, I'm telling you, that thing is real, that emptiness. You're going to have to find a hobby, find something to do instead of just working because you're gonna be bored. You're gonna like have no purpose. You're gonna feel as though you don't have a purpose because your purpose for the
And
past 18
here
years.
enters the apologetic knock. Perfect timing, man.
Perfect timing. So where I'm at in life, right, was like, yo, dealing with it. Man, this is weird, man. It's like I'm off. I'm off. Because again, spontaneity is foreign. That's a foreign concept for me, man. To like for right now for me to be out, like I could literally be like, yo, I'm gonna buy a ticket, plane ticket, I'm going to New York.
So
I
what
could
are
do
you
that.
gonna do out in Cali, bro? What are you gonna do? Go hiking? What are we doing here? We're doing
I'm
some
taking
yoga.
advantage of it. I'm gonna take advantage of everything that's out here, man. I'm gonna start surfing. Yeah, yoga, man. Yeah, there we go.
Yoga. Get those
Pickle
hamstrings stretched.
pickleball
You're gonna
is
need it
like the
at
new
your
craze
age.
out here. So, but like a serious note, like yeah, like that's like the feeling, man. That's like because that was my devotion. I devoted my life as you should as a parent. You devote your life just like my parents devoted their lives to mine. That's just second nature to me, bro. Like that's just what you do. But you do lose yourself. You lose yourself in it because you almost go 18 years without knowing who you are
Right.
until the time comes that they don't need you no more. They're not around. Now you kind of looking around like, okay, now what? What
Well,
am I
they're
gonna
always
do?
gonna need dad, bro. They
What
always
am I?
need
Oh,
dad.
no doubt about it.
Yeah, you're
Don't
just
get it
gonna be
twisted. Listen,
they're just gonna need you in different ways, that's all.
Yeah.
well, look, don't listen, guys. Don't get it twisted, okay? The Cash App text, I get that.
Right.
I
Of
get the
course.
Cash
Can I have
App text,
$20? I'm hungry.
which is dope, man. Which is, yeah, again, ITs are about and stuff like that. But we never finish being parents, right? We're gonna be parents no matter how old they are, just like our parents are to us. Um, but yeah, man. So this came in like at a perfect time, man, because it was something to kind of sink my teeth in. And aside from, we all have day jobs, man. Aside from working the 40 plus hours that we do every week and handling the household and making sure everything else is good, everything else is right. This is something nice to look forward to, especially doing it with you guys. And obviously we know each other forever. And again, for people that are listening now and they're probably thinking like, yo, what is this? What is this about? Man, we're gonna be talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? Politics, social stuff. We talk because we are regular people like everybody else. If we would be talking on the phone, we'd be talking about all these topics.
Yep. So
You know what I'm
guys,
saying?
welcome to our candid conversations here.
Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely. We're
just
just
we're
taping
just
it. We're
gonna
just
keep it real with you guys, let you know
right.
no topic is too small. I mean, we're not gonna try to come with some corny stuff, but we're definitely here to let you guys understand, from I guess, people of color or Latino men side of things, grown up over here in New York, or if you want to call us indigenous men. We are here to present the real look of what we talk about. What concerns us,
Authentic shit, man.
Yeah.
what's in our lives that's causing an issue, and hopefully it resonates with you guys. So we appreciate you guys being here, listening and watching, and we're gonna keep
For
pushing
sh-
forward. We're gonna keep growing, and we're gonna keep the show on the road.
for sure. I mean, like anything else, this cast is a grind, man. And like P said, Mr. Empty Nester over here, viejo. He got his little. This is
Yeah.
a DIY right here. He's working on things
Mhm.
over here. But
Man,
P, let me
sexual
ask you.
chocolate,
let,
sexual chocolate.
let let me ask you something, man. So you have, we're in the age of social media. You've been a
Mhm.
fucking ghost, man. I've had people hit me up from back in the days like, yo, what happened to your mans you used to run with? Because if anybody knows the background, me and Pedro, like, we known each other since fucking elementary school, since like
Yeah.
kindergarten, from the rooter to the tutor, kid. So
Right.
my man, like, you've just found a way, like, nah, I ain't fucking with this social media. In terms of being a parent, were you able to keep your daughter away? Which the answer is probably no. And if so, how do you monitor when she was younger, like in junior high school, her behavior on social media if you weren't on it yourself?
You are a mirror. You're a show in your household. You're TV in your household. They watching you. So when she's like 13, no, I take, yeah, 12, 13, 14. Everybody else has a phone. Everybody, it starts with, back when TikTok was real, like for fun. This little Musically, I remember there was an app called Musically that she wanted early on, stuff like that. So little by little, she kept asking for permission to have these apps because obviously the other kids at school got it, right?
Right.
And you don't want to shut it down on some like, well, because I said so and that's it. You monitor it. You say, okay, cool, you can have that, and you monitor it. But she also saw that I didn't have an Instagram, I didn't have a Facebook, I wasn't on my phone like that, So it's not like she saw me like, well, you do that, Dad. Like, what's wrong with it? I'm doing it too. She never saw that. So yes, does she have Instagram now and TikTok and all that? At 18, she'll be 19 in November. Of course, she's on it. I do have to kind of have grown up conversations with her as far as like, yo, you might want to taper it down. Let me tell you why though. I have adult conversations with her where I go, listen, you know why I don't have it? Because that is a running joke in my household, bro. I'm a dinosaur. Like I don't have any, I'm off the grid, Rams, like you say, you know. But what I do is I have real conversations with her, right? And I tell her when I did have it, I noticed I noticed that I would just fiend over it. any little time I had, any time I had in my day, I'm on the Instagram looking at people's lives that aren't living that life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So I'm
That
over
shit is
here.
all a front.
I'm not seeing. So I'm not seeing the real. I'm not seeing the real, the authenticity of the person. Right? Everyone is showing their highlights. Right? So I'm, just having these conversations of like, yo, once you start having more friends and you're gonna notice the growth in the faith. You're gonna notice that, and you're gonna see it live on these social media platforms. So slowly but surely, she sees these things, and she's like, "You're right, Dad." Like she sees it. I'm not saying this 100%. I'm not saying that she's like completely, you know what I'm saying? Like everything gets across. She knows what's up. She knows, oh, it's too much. She knows when it's like, man, I'm not believing all this, man. I'm gonna put this phone down for a little bit.
You led by example.
Led by example. And something about, man, I'm telling you, man, something, the proof's in the pudding. It's her not seeing me in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for her, she almost feels like bad because it's like, well, I'm like the only one. I'm like, nah, I'm good because no one else is, you know what I'm saying? No one in the household is doing it, right? So it's like there are moments in time that she is understanding it a little bit more than most people in her age, right? Because they're consumed by it. They live on it. This life here, this is the fake life. The real life is the app, is the Instagram, it's the TikTok, because they're so consumed by it. It's still a fight. Don't get me wrong. It's a tug and pull.
Yeah,
But for
sometimes
me,
you
it's
want them off. Like, yo, put your phone down. Put your phone down.
pull your phone down. Yeah, yeah, and being consistent with that. Yo, we eating. Yo, we
Correct.
outside. We outside, man. We at a restaurant. We over here. Yo, put your phone down. It's cool. That's gonna be there when you're done. Don't worry
Exactly.
about
We're
it.
here now. Let's have a
We
conversation. Let's talk.
we
Let
here
me and
now.
you
We here
talk.
now.
So
But
let
having real
let
conversations too.
let me ask a question. I mean, again, kudos to UP for just being able to monitor the situation with your daughter, and in terms of just showing her that that's all a fantasy. Because unfortunately, man, like so many kids are even dying from social media. They get bullied, or they try to follow certain trends like TikTok. Kids die like doing stupid fucking stunts online.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure.
Mad pressure. People are easily
Pressure.
influenced. But you
Yeah.
set the example, like, yo, I'm not even on this shit. Fuck it. Ramses, what is the challenge for you? Someone who has two youngsters, two teenagers in high school, where we know peer pressure is at its prime, and their dad is socially active. He's on the streets. He's on social media all the fucking time. What's it like for you navigating them being a father in a social media generation?
Well, the fact that I'm on there is like I'm the old guy using their stuff, basically. Like, oh, you're old. Why do you even have that or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at one point, just having it, you're using it for different outlets. I use it for a clothing line that I have. I used it for promoting,
Hey,
party.
wait, dude. Wait, dude.
Drop it.
Come
I
on,
didn't even know
prop
you
it,
have
man.
it.
Put it out there. I got a couple of shirts from his clothing line. Put it out there, my brother.
Yeah, no. There's Belmar, Belmar 2320. Definitely one of my projects. Made a couple of shirts. Thank you, Evo, for copping. Definitely,
Support
more
your
coming
friends,
down the
ladies and
line.
gentlemen. Always support your friends.
Yep. More product coming down the line. But definitely, I used it, for certain things, if anything, monetary gain, if you're going to use it, or just even, just highlighting your, like P was saying, people use it as their highlights. It was somewhere where I would, put up, where I'm at or what I'm doing, or wherever I was traveling to. But now I use it for a totally different reason, and it's to show, the conditions of my area and community and neighborhoods and things of that nature. So, you know, again, like back to when we said that, everyone here wears different hats or many hats. I'm one of those people, just a real person, just trying to make a change and trying to help, people out and do what's necessary to make sure that everybody's, in a good state. So yeah, when it comes to them, I think about, you know, all the evils that can possibly come on to them because they're, you know, in their teens, and all the stupid things that they are part of. But I'd like to thank God and say that I am blessed with children that have sense, that have a brain, that know to tell me if there's something wrong or if something's happening to them. They'll be like, Dad, I don't know, you know, such and such person hit me up from my high school on this, saying, you know, this and that, because that's how the beef starts now. It's not like how when we were kids that, you know, it's in your face. There's sneaky shit going on, people talking shit behind your back, and it all ends up on social media somehow, and then it ends up in your face. So, you know, again, I thank God for my children being smart and intelligent, and know that they can communicate with me, let me know if there's anything that they're going through. And they
But
haven't used it for anything.
that again, just like I told Pedro, that's a testament to you. Um,
Right.
Right.
it's
Yeah,
all
because
That's
I
about
proper
was making
parenting.
sure,
parenting. That's
man.
proper parenting.
I had to make sure that I was there for them. There was no way that I could be apart from them. It was hard when they were younger, you know, trying to get things going, but you know, being able to have communication with them, to have a relationship where they feel comfortable enough to come up to me and tell me something, or even if at some point that they're hiding something and I'm able to get it out of them, and they
Yeah.
understand that they're not gonna, you know, it's not the end of the world. Dad is helping me. Dad is here to help you along the way. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, shun them, or put them down for something that they may have done. You know, we weren't angels growing up. You know, we didn't do the best things ever, but um, they have a good head on their shoulders. They're definitely, you know, focused, and respectful. Man, that was one big thing that I got from my mom, and it's
Rest in
something
peace.
about,
Rest
you
in
know,
peace,
having
man.
respect. Rest in peace, Mom Dukes. Um, you know, was respect. She definitely instilled a lot of respect in me. You know, it's from her Haitian upbringing. She was definitely, you know, part of a big family that was, you know, big on respect and big on, you know, listening to your parents. As much as I, you know, rebelled at certain points, it was a rebellion to a certain degree, because I'm like, yo, I can't, you know, break my mother's heart. You know, I can't, you know, go against her because she wants what's best for me. And I instill that same, you know, respect in my children. You won't see them out in the street acting crazy. You won't catch them. And if they're listening, listen, y'all better not make me look bad. You, I'm hyping y'all up. Y'all better not make me look bad out there. Nah, they're good.
Right.
They're definitely good, man. And you know,
By the
it's a
way,
process, but you know, we do it.
big ups to your young king, big ups to your son. He hooked us up. We're gonna do a little promo here to Riverside FM. It's a great app, great platform. Anyone interested in starting a podcast, Ramses' son put us onto it. Thank you, young king.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
very
yeah.
much.
You know, that's what we need the youth for. You know, for the technology, to understand what's going on out here, and
Oh, most
know
definitely.
what's
It's
popping. You know,
collaborative.
they got it.
It's collaborative because they got that understanding. They got that on lock. This is what
Yeah,
they
yeah, for
they they
sure.
are growing up with all this technology. We're that I don't know, we're like that generation where we saw it both, right? We was we
Everything,
was in we was in the
everything. Because we
VHS,
were teaching our parents how to use the VCR remote.
okay,
Word up, word up.
and we all the way here that sometimes I'm like, I gotta holler at her. I gotta holler at my daughter. Like, yo, how do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
hey, oh yeah, how do you do hey the phone went blank. What happened here? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
it's a
hell, we're
collaborative effort.
are we still afraid of Y2K, or we're over that already? Like,
I think we're past that. We're good.
Yeah,
We're
I
good
think we
now.
we
passed that.
good?
Okay.
Not for nothing. I
But
even had my daughter give a suggestion today. She was like, because I'm trying to figure out the ring light. You know, we trying to make it look
Yeah,
like something over here, guys. So I wasn't really feeling these circles that pop up
yeah.
over here. And my daughter goes, "Why don't you put a white screen on your computer monitors so you can light yourself up?" I was like, "Look at this, man. You came from you know where, and now you're here
And now
telling me
you
how to
telling
hook
me
my stuff."
how to hook it up.
You know,
but but Ramses, when I was brought up, when I talk to adults, I take off my hat, my glasses. I don't
yo,
know if
man,
I don't know
that's
if you
gonna
guys
be
heard that quote.
that's a little tough, bro. That's a little tough. You know,
Yo,
why they
that
gotta
game is
go
on
make it
right now
personal?
too. Anybody know the score?
No,
Why
that
did
game.
anybody gotta make it personal?
I think that game's at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh
7 o'clock for
no.
you. 7 o'clock for you.
Okay.
10 for us. Yeah, yeah. So
Now they've
anybody who
gone and
does,
made it person.
anybody who doesn't know that, it's the situation where the opposing coach from Colorado State just threw a shot at Dion. So Ramses is the prime time over here. But I guess we
Yeah.
know the answer. It's not the weed, man. It's the ring light. That's why he needs to wear the sunglasses, Pedro.
It is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't. I'm, eyes are sensitive to a lot of light, man. So with the glasses on, this
I
right
bet they
here,
are Panama
I could
Red.
go for hours.
That hippie lettuce just does something to the vision, huh?
Yeah, it kind of makes me squint too much. So we're trying to keep it wholesome.
No, man, but hey, listen, man, being present, bro, being present in their lives. I mean, listen, uh, it's not like I was in a household. I mean, my daughter was brought up in a broken home, but I made the effort, difficult as it was, obviously, dealing with that whole dynamic, was you have a child with another person and you're not together, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole other. We could do 18,000 podcasts on that,
Yeah.
but
Word up.
but
Definitely not
but
easy. Definitely not easy.
it's
But
I
not
mean,
easy at
you
all.
find
It's
your
not easy
lane
at all.
and you
parenthood
make it
is
work.
an evolving subject,
Oh my God,
and
man.
even
Listen,
you got the 19-year-old, you got the two high school kids. You're still learning every day something new. And for
every
me,
day.
ooh, right now, boy, let me tell you
Well,
something,
you
man. Like,
you you at the beginning.
I'm a
You at the
rookie in
Genesis.
this, man. I'm a rookie in
You
this
at the
game,
beginning.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you
You
guys
still.
are fatherhood. I thank you both. I got my brother, big ups to him. My cousin, the cat, Felix the cat, he's out there listening. Plenty of I am very happy of the male figures in my life that show me what it's like to be a dad. And P, you said it, man. You kind of lose yourself in this. Like, for me to even record this cast, I'm happy to be with my brothers and do this. Definitely a nice side project. And don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen, too. We also want to monetize this bitch. So subscribe, listen, do whatever you can. We appreciate it. But for
Yeah.
me, like, I just find my entire day revolves around my little girl. And I'll be honest with you fellas, I never expected to be a father. I was always the fun guy at the bar or the cool uncle. And if my nieces, you better be listening to this, my nieces and my nephew. Yes, I am the cool uncle. But yeah, man, like I never envisioned it. And then, I'm not gonna delve too much in my personal life because that again is my personal life. But things happen. COVID, unfortunately, rest in peace, especially to my pops and everyone else that lost someone during COVID. It took so many lives, but it brought a lot of lives in this world too, boy, because it's like, the ongoing joke when there's a hurricane. They're gonna name the babies after the hurricane.
Yeah.
In my case, hey, in the middle of the night, you run into each other. Hey, you got to use the bathroom. Hey, look who's here. Look who's in the hallway. You know,
You just bumped in.
if you just bumped into each
You
other,
just bumped in, and yeah.
shit happens. But
Right. 9 months later.
9 months later, man, and the beauty thing, like for everyone listening, man, because another topic we'll get into in another cast is mental health. Mental health is it's crazy is the bad word. Oof, oh, bad. Mental health is just such an ongoing issue, and for anyone that is needs any type of like positive thinking or just the way life works and how mysterious it is. I lost my dad in April of 2020 to COVID, and April 2021 my daughter's born. So that just shows you, man, circle of life goes on. No matter what goes on in your life, something positive could happen. And my little girl, for all the superlative, for all the positive and beautiful things I'm saying about her, she's a handful, boys. Oh, fuck, man. Like, she's terrible too on steroids. She's like Barry Bonds terrible twos. Like, she's knocking daddy out the park every pitch, man. Like, this little girl but she's built like a little fire hydrant. She's
Yeah.
healthy, thank God. She's very healthy, strong. Uh,
Yeah.
there's a term us Dominicans like to use, tiene la mano bruta. Like when this girl, when this girl gives you a high five, like she's taking your shoulder out the
bro.
socket. She's a rough kid, boy, and she's
So she would
loud.
do the apologetic knock.
Oh yeah,
She would do it.
Mr. Perez would have hated
No,
my
she would
daughter,
do,
boy.
yeah. She won't do the
The
apology. She do the
opposite.
Ramses knock.
The
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
mind,
she
that you
get
right?
know, yeah.
she get that Ramses knock, but you know, back to what I
No,
was saying, man. It takes your identity in a sense, like what you
it's who
are
you
is
are.
your father first
It's
and
who you are.
foremost.
It's who you
I,
are.
I wake up
But it
every
feels
day.
amazing, doesn't it, guys? Like, doesn't it feel like, yo, I'm a dad. Like, you get to see your kid do something that they accomplished or like learned, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, yo,
Yeah, like
this is like,
I'm
it's so
proud of my little
rewarding. It's
girl,
wild.
and yeah, I'm
Mhm.
proud of my little girl, and big ups to her moms, man. My little girl is smart as a button, but that's because her mom, like you see her mom just sitting with her and
Yeah.
teaching her colors and numbers and the alphabet and all that shit. And this kid, you know, she's still working on the talking thing, but this kid could count to fucking 30, tell you every fucking color, recite the alphabet, beat the shit out of her father. Oh no, that's not an accomplishment. My bad. But maybe for her it's an accomplishment. But yeah, man, like you just find yourself like, damn, like literally from 6 a.m. because I work remote, and that's another topic we could get into working remote. But I work remote. My day starts at 6 a.m. And even though I'm working remote, she's right there. I got Ma Dukes, big up to Ma Dukes, helping me, watching her. But she's still present. She's still hanging off me. I'm typing with one hand while she's hanging off the other. Then I take her home and she's like glued to daddy. She's definitely a daddy's girl. And until she goes to sleep, that's when you fucking exhale, man. Like,
Yeah.
woof. But it's so satisfying, man. It's so
Oh yeah.
satisfying. And
You're gonna see all the levels, man. You're gonna experience because it is like a video game. You're just gonna go up levels to it.
for
You know,
sure.
so
Right now,
right now
I
you
need a
in the
cheat code, man, because I'm
yeah.
fucking exhausted, man. And
You get
I
your own
can't
cheat
even.
codes. That's the thing. You get your cheat codes from us, then you start getting your own cheat codes.
Word up,
Right.
man. Yeah, it's a learning curve. Every day you learn something new, and for me, I don't even know what it's gonna be like when she's in school, man. Like the curriculum, what they're teaching in schools now, and again, education is something else. For those that are listening, I'm gonna try to bring along a couple of guests, Ramses as well. We're gonna have people come along the cast. I do have school teacher friends. They could kind of give you guys a glimpse of what the educational system is like, the curriculum, everything. And I don't know what's gonna be like for me when my kid is Ramses' daughter's age, or Ramses' son's age, or Pedro's daughter's age. Like, fuck, man, what's social media gonna be like? What are kids gonna be like? You know, there's just a new breed of fucking assholes out there. Um, and yeah, it's a challenge, man. It's certainly a challenge. But I'll tell you one thing that's another challenge, boys. Being a New Yorker, Ramses, you were talking about that sense of pride, how we feel, whatever. One thing New Yorkers always were fucking prideful were our teams, man. There you go, representing that Met and P's all the way in fucking Cali, 3,000 miles away. He still got that MOB app, checking his boys out, checking the Mets out, and it's not even about the Mets, so just the Knicks.
There
There
it
you
is.
go, the Knicks, the Giants, the Jets. I don't know about the fucking Nets, but whatever. I don't know how
Not
New
good
York
with
they
those.
are,
Islanders,
but
Rangers.
all that, man. But I got a question for you guys, man. Is New York sports fucking cursed right now, or are we cursed, man? Like you look at things like the Giants. I guess you could call that making the playoffs just last year. They got just spanked by Philly in the second round. Daniel Jones. I mean, let's
Yo,
face
I
it, man.
have no. All right, so I'm gonna keep it a buck here.
Sure, man. Go ahead.
Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, he's
He
not
ain't
that.
it.
You're not that guy, bro. You're not that
Mm.
guy. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
This is the problem.
tired, tired.
This is the problem. The problem in
See,
sports, especially in football, problems in sports, especially in football, is they're not paying the player. They're
They're
paying the
playing the
position.
position. Yep.
They're paying the position. That's it. Because I'm gonna tell you what they did to Saquon,
yeah, that's foul.
foul,
Saquon deserves. I mean,
foul.
pero
If I
pero
was
his
if I
stats, his
was
stats. I mean, he did get hurt. You know, he does a
Yeah,
lot.
he gets hurt a lot.
You
no
know
no
what I
no no, but
mean?
last
But
year, hold on, but last year he did his thing. And he's the reason why Daniel Jones got that contract. Because when you look at his stats, when you look at Daniel Jones' stats, every good game he had was because Saquon had a monster game.
The
You
Dak
understand?
effect.
Oh, the Dak effect,
Wow.
correct. So if
But
I was Daniel Jones and I got that 40, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not counting people's pockets, and I'm gonna tell you how to spend your money. But if I'm Daniel Jones, I would have been like, yo, check this out. Out of that 40, I gotta give 10 to you gotta give 10 to Saquon. It's cool, bro, because I'm not here if it wasn't for that dude.
But he's gassed, you know. He comes from the Eli Manning, Archie Manning camp. You
I just
know,
want a quarterback without a dumb look. Can I get a quarterback without a dumb look in
mouth
his face?
breather face.
That's all I want at this point, man. Because you absolutely right. He ain't the one. But we thought that with Dayball because he had a pretty decent showing last year. It was pretty decent. We thought, yo, with Dayball, he's looking good. A
He
whole
even got a
season, a
cool.
whole
He even got a
training
cool
camp.
nickname, bro. Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. Danny
Scrap,
Dimes.
bro.
I mean, but I keep.
But we had a statue. We had a statue before him. This dude moved a little bit. He wiggled a little bit. He had a little bit of wiggle room, and we was already like, oh my god,
But
that's
let's
my
keep
dick.
let's keep it real on this level, because I don't think anybody's really saying it. If Daniel Jones were black, wouldn't he just be like, "Oh, this dude can't throw. He's a running quarterback."
They would
I mean,
throw him under the bus for everything.
that's what he
bro.
fucking is. He's just a white guy that's very athletic, but he can't fucking throw. He can't throw.
He doesn't thread the needle. He doesn't have that like Dan Marino throw it into your numbers
that
kind of
zip,
arm.
man, like that kind of arm. But then there is a guy who does have that zip. Great, the most beautiful thrower of the football I've ever seen. Quick release. And what the fuck happened to him? We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, man.
4 snaps in.
And again, that goes with the New York curse. Like, of course it'll happen,
baby.
But of course it'll
happen.
happen.
Trash. A lot of people have been complaining about that turf for years, and
but
here you go.
is it the turf? I mean, the Achilles is such
age. That was age.
I mean, is it really age 2? The Achilles is one of the weirdest fucking injuries. Like, there's no explanation. You saw Kevin Durant in the playoffs a few years back. You just saw that fucking, and he has some skinny ass calves, boy. If you want to call them calves,
because it's right back there. You know, it's something that has to be stretched.
Yeah, but the thing is, he already
if you're not stretched out back there. If you have
tight
knees,
but he already came in. He already came in. He already came in with a messed up calf. He had a calf.
The calf was fucked up in training camp.
There you go.
Right. So
there you go. That leads right
having
to
that
it.
Having that injured calf is just gonna it's gonna weaken everything else down. You know what I'm saying? Down that leg.
And you put more pressure to avoid your calf getting hurt.
You
putting more pressure somewhere else on your foot.
There you go.
And then snap, crackle, and pop. You're out for the season.
And I guess all those hallucinating drugs he were taking didn't protect the Achilles there.
No, he came out of the dark. No, the darkness helped him. He said when he came out of the darkness.
I mean, but shouldn't he have seen that coming then?
No, because it was dark.
I think he saw that fucking.
Right?
No,
I think
if
he saw
was
that
in the
$50
light,
million
he would have seen
coming.
it.
That's what he saw.
That's what he
saw. Yeah, that's what he saw.
Over here.
I'm gonna give the Giants one more. I'm gonna give the Giants one more game. The offensive line was crap. Let's just be real. The offensive. I mean, you're absolutely right. Daniel Jones is everything we just said. But if you don't got time to throw it, if you got the offensive line pretty much crumbling in point.
I mean, we saw that with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is that guy is
he had the most sacks. Most sacks ever. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a video online. I don't know if you guys saw. You see him literally trembling his hands before he snapped the ball because they were giving that dude the business, boy. They were giving that boy the business. But again, sticking to the curse, the New York curse. You know, as much as we hate them, the beacon of sports has always been the fucking New York Yankees, and they stink. They stink, man. Like, they just play this organized like baseball. You see them committing these mental blunders. The trade deadline, they did nothing. Like, they were like in a no-win stale situation, and instead of like, all right, fuck it, let's go for broke.
Good for them, because fuck the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy them niggas suck. Fuck those niggas. Yo, I'm gonna keep it. Yo, I can't stand the Yankees. I can't stand Yankee fans. Y'all suck. Y'all deserve to be where you are.
Well, there's
y'all. I don't give a shit.
The subs.
All right.
There's half of the subs right there.
There you go. Goodbye, Yankee subscribers. But
fuck them. Yeah, no, they'll listen. They'll listen to hear me talk more shit about their fucking bum ass team. And that
No,
dude on
but
WFAN, McPherson or whatever he is, that he's a Yankee fan and a Cowboy fan, bro. Get out of my face. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your fan base. I'm tired of your fans. Y'all corny, all of y'all. All right, bums.
Is
but
It's
that the
let's
new?
good
Is
that
that
you
the
are who
new?
you
Is that
are.
like on like in style now that everyone's a Yankee fan and a Cowboy fan? If you're a
no,
Cowboy fan, you're a Yankee fan.
that's
Get
the
out of here. That's
LeBron
like back in the
effect.
day when everybody was a Bulls fan just because of Jordan. Like, come on, man, get out of here.
Right.
Give him his props. But yo, this is New York. Get out of here.
Oh no,
Eagles,
I
whatever.
was a Bulls fan because of Jordan.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Ramses.
No, no, no. He loved it.
But like I mean, as much as the little stepchild of New York, the Met fans as we are, like let's face it, man, the Yankees have always been the model. They're
Oh yeah, yeah.
they've been and like Brian Cashman. To me, always when I think of a GM, oh fucking when he came on, it was like, oh boy, genius or whatever. He
Yo, but
just,
he got handed everything. The farm system already had the dudes.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? And that was because
yeah,
of
he
homie
had
that was
that.
there before him.
He
So he
had
got
the
handed something. He was like, "Yo, here's the keys to the castle, bro.
yeah,
Enjoy."
yeah.
And
But the
he
thing
rocked
is,
it.
like, daddy could leave you the trust fund, but he made the business thrive. We got to give him his props. Those
Yeah, no, he
guys,
did his thing. He did his
year
thing with
in,
what he
year
had.
out,
He kept it going. He kept it
yeah,
going.
year in, year
Deep
out in the
pockets too.
postseason.
Deep pockets too.
Deep
So I mean,
pockets, that all helps. But at the end of the day,
that
now
helps a lot.
even the fucking Yankees suck. Aaron Rodgers, 4 plays in, gone.
Oh yeah.
Danny Dimes, the offensive line can't stop a fucking nosebleed.
We
The
gotta wait for the
Knicks,
Knicks. We gotta
the
wait for the. Hold on. We gotta wait.
Wait.
We
you're
gotta
gonna
We
wait
wait.
gonna
for
give
that
them some time because
what are you
they
gonna
We
did
wait
gotta
some
for
wait.
work. They did
the
some
first
work
round
that
exit?
season.
That's a first round exit, boys. Let's
Come
We got
on.
the
Come
Nova
on.
Knicks
Brunson.
now, Bob. We got
Listen.
the Nova
guys,
Knicks.
guys.
Brunson is the truth,
We got
bro. Brunson
Brunson.
Yeah,
is
We got
he's the truth,
Vincenzo.
and I'm fucking taller than him, guys. Let's
Nah,
let's
bro.
You ain't never
We
played like
got
that.
something here. We got something here.
You ain't never in your dreams
man,
played like Brunson. So
man,
please.
hand me that fucking 2K remote. I'll show you.
Yo,
But
we
Okay,
got
yeah,
something going
that's
on
pretty
here,
much
man. The
it.
Knicks. The
but
only
now
guy on
let's
the Knicks that well, I must for two dudes. Randall,
Out
you're
of
a
here. Get him out of
horse.
here. Get him out of here.
You're
Get him out of here.
awesome when you want to be.
Get him out
regular
of here.
season. He's a regular season guy.
Yeah,
Get
playoffs
him out.
totally apagado.
But
And then
He
guys,
the
gotta
other
let's
go.
one,
again,
the other one
That's
guys.
that kills me.
You guys are talking with your heart, man. Let's keep it real. Boston, Miami, Milwaukee, the Knicks, Philly. Even with the
Nah, we
James
could.
Harden
wait
mess,
a minute.
Yo,
What
you
if
saw what we did to
Embiid's
Miami.
about to
We're
leave?
good. We could do it, man. They have
guys,
pieces.
guys.
Josh Hart coming
This
in and doing what he did
th-
was wonderful.
Josh Hart's
Mitch
a
Robinson,
nice.
he does his thing.
Okay,
Hartenstein as his
you're talking
backup, good
you're
work.
talking about role players, guys.
But
No,
The
no,
wait,
Knicks
no.
are a first round
Look,
exit, guys.
Barrett,
Oh God, stop.
drive. Go to the lane, bro. Go to the lane. Stop taking outside shots. You're mad big, son. Just fucking run in there, bro.
Ladies and
Drop your
gentlemen,
shoulder. Take
mark
somebody out if you have to, but go to the lane, my guy. My
my
God.
words. We're gonna touch this topic again. The Knicks are out in the first round. You heard it here first, boys. And finally, the heartbreak of them all, the New York Mets, man. It's we are an incredibly loyal fan base, but we New York fans themselves, especially the fans, Ramses loves those Yankee fans. They give it to us, man. They give
yeah,
it to us. But the irony here is right around May, June, we were, people had the optimism. Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, the Giants were in the playoffs last year. Oh, the Yankees, they'll right the ship. Oh, basketball season's a few months away. People weren't thinking about it. They were like, man, the Mets, LOL Mets, as always, the laughing stock. What a disappointing season. And look now, we're actually like the beacon of hope in the city. We got great ownership. David Stearns has answered our prayers. Finally,
yeah,
we got the
yeah.
nerd who's going
He's a
to
good
take
guy.
over the analytics,
Let's
player
go.
development areas we all lacked in, we sucked in. But look
Yeah.
at the trade deadline. We won, boys. We won. We built a farm system through a way we're not really supposed to build a farm system through
But we
money.
got it done.
Yeah.
Uncle Stevie just said, fuck it, let's just pay for a new farm system. And it worked, man. Like And now we got the upcoming season to look forward to next year.
We got
I mean,
little Acuna down there. We got little
we got Little
Acuna.
Acuna, we got Jet Williams, we got Gilbert. Like, listen, man, we got something special here. But you know, a message to the Mets: you got to sign Alonso, guys. Guys, don't
Yeah.
play with him. Don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
This guy last night. I don't know when this podcast is gonna. Actually, I do know when it airs. My bad. September 20th is when it premieres. But I just gave away that we pre-recorded this. But he hit his 45th home run last night. This
Gotta
guy
pay
is
him.
a prolific power hitter. Like, he's a generational power hitter.
Oh yeah.
And this guy wants to be a fucking Met. How many people say,
He wants-
I want to be a Met? You got to sign him, boys.
Yeah,
you got to sign him.
Homegrown right here.
Homegrown
And he's who
talent.
you want on your team. And
He
who
was
you
in the
want on your team.
Cyclones.
Yeah,
You know, he
come
came
on.
out in Brooklyn. He grinded.
He's a little doofy. He could be a goof, but at the end
That's
of the day, you know,
fine.
it's him.
He
He's
produces.
authentic. Yeah, he's authentic. That's who he is. He loves
fits,
being
he fits
here.
into New York. We're all goofy right now.
I'd rather him than a
fits in.
diva.
Wild goofy out here.
I'd rather him than having a diva home run hitter.
Absolutely.
Hey,
And that,
he's not Mike Stanton.
No.
but
Giancarlo ass motherfucker over here, Giancarlo. You come
Man,
to the
what-
Bronx, all of a sudden you're Giancarlo, not Mike.
what a fucking bad contract that is. Woof, boys.
Fucking
But-
guy. Robinson Cano runs faster than him while fucking going to the refrigerator.
That I never seen a guy built like that could get hurt like over nothing,
So
man.
often.
Man,
Come
Yeah.
mierda, coño.
Giancarlo is constantly hurt, and let's face it, man. That other guy out there is a stud, but he's always hurt too, man.
Yeah,
Like
Judge.
Yo,
the ju-
he wanted to mess with that gap in his teeth, bro. That shit took out your
He-
mojo.
he may be a judge, but that jury's telling him you got turf toe, buddy. Why don't you go sit
Yeah.
out 2 months?
Go
But
sit down. Have a seat.
He
Yeah,
stepped on a
but-
Lego and that's it. It was done. It was a wrap for him.
we just, I think, a lot of times, and to talk about like a kind of like a serious topic, a couple of days ago, we came up again every September, the anniversary of 9/11. And I remember at the time the city was so dark and depressed, just the country overall. Everybody felt a certain way, but what lifted everyone's spirits, and I know you're gonna hate this, Ramses, but it was the Yankees playoff run, and it also was Piazza's home run in September. There's just
Mhm.
something about sports that bring people together that lift everyone's spirits. And I think right now, New York being so shitty in sports and everything going on with the economy and the migrant issue and crime and all these issues going on, like, I think this may sound crazy, especially for someone who's not a sports fan. If we just get that positive energy, I think people's spirits will be lifted. And right now, you just feel it with all the bad shit going on. The teams are just this is just bad juju, something in the air. Like, everything's just fucked up right now. But that's why we got this band of fathers here together, and we're gonna talk about all this shit, man.
Yo,
And
but
we're
let's
gonna-
go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. We got this.
Yeah, let's go right to
All right.
that first round. Yeah, kid.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care, man.
Woo.
Get the first round. Then we go to the second round the year after, bro. Let's go Knicks, man.
Hey,
I
Ramses,
think,
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Let's
He'll
get
come
it,
around.
man.
He'll
Yo, we
come
got some
around. He'll
pieces.
come around.
We got some pieces.
Come around. He'll come
Hey,
around.
listen, the blue and orange right here are only for the Mets. The Knicks, yeah, it ain't happening.
Oh,
boys.
here we go.
It
Hey,
ain't
Yo,
happening.
you a
boys.
Bulls fan, bro? I don't even get that.
Hey,
Who you got?
that- 'cause-
Carlos Boozer?
Carlos Boozer, this guy's
even
in
know
a
who's
fucking
on your
time
team,
machine
man.
over here. Come on, we got DeMar DeRozan, who's
DeMar.
yeah, DeMar. The more I hear it, the less I like it.
Exactly.
But yeah, hey man, that boy Levine could play, boy. That boy Levine
Levine
could
is
play,
nasty.
and
if
don't be
he
shocked.
stays healthy. If he stays
Don't
healthy.
be shocked.
He might
the
want to be.
Don't
Knicks-
tell me
he
about
might wanna
ball.
be a
If the
Knick.
Don't
Knicks-
talk about
no.
ball.
Nah, man, Ball could barely stand, bro. Come on, man.
Okay.
Papa
I can
Tiff
talk
is
about his daddy.
Stephen
probably
A.
trying to call
He
him
told
in.
Stephen A. that he could sit down. He could stand up and all that. What you talking about?
That's quite the accomplishment. I could stand up and sit
Ah.
down too. Thank you, Lonzo. Thank you for that. Guys, it was a pleasure. We got plenty more to get into
Yes,
in
we
the
do.
upcoming episodes. We're going to do this bi-weekly, guys. But hey, if you guys want to hear more, you know what I'm saying? But we're definitely going to be consistent. We're going to be present. We're not going to be apologetic. The apologetic knock
Not
is
at
a
all.
pun, motherfuckers. So we're going to let it rip. We're going to say whatever we need to say. Fellas, any last words, P?
Man, we here. We here. We're gonna give you consistent,
Here,
consistent,
fucking
consistent.
handsome. Look at that guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
El chulo.
All right, Rams. You okay? You take. You take.
Nah, go ahead,
Yeah.
P. We want to see you
You
lick
got
your
my
lip a
mojo.
couple
You
more
got me off
times.
my
Go ahead.
mojo. That's it. I'm just saying we here, baby. We here, man. I'm excited. We're gonna give you content, consistent content. Like Evil said, three guys, regular people like everybody else with 9 to 5 jobs. We over here just talking what we talk, talking our shit. It's gonna be some fun. It's gonna be some serious stuff. But all in all, man, it's hopefully entertaining for everybody else. So we here, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You already know, guys. We're gonna take over. Y'all gonna hear us, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. You can definitely reach out to us, Apologetic Knock, on Instagram. Again, social media platforms will be expanding, but definitely look out for us. We're out there, and we look forward to hearing from you. Let us know what you want to hear. If you have any suggestions, any topics that you guys might want to touch base on, or might want to hear our take on,
Yeah,
definitely reach out. And shout out to these two brothers that I have here with me, for putting this together and joining us and to be the greatest that we're supposed to be.
there you go.
Shout out to all of you listening. Thank you. And this is the Apologetic Knock.
Word up. Queens kids in the buildings, but guess what? We out, folks. Peace.